Hello and welcome to our channel. If you are new here, thank you for coming and I hope you will enjoy this video. Hit the like and subscribe button to show us support, and let's jump right into the video so we don't waste time. 15 Rules of Money. Personal finance is to do with the way you handle your money and involves all aspects of financial decision making. Learning practical financial skills is key to leading a healthy lifestyle, one that brings security and removes the stress of worrying about money. Improving your understanding across the different areas of personal finance, including budgeting, debt management, saving, and, in some cases, investing, will help you prosper in your day-to-day life and help you to add clarity to any big or small financial decisions. When seeking financial freedom, your personal finance plays a vital role to ensure every aspect of your income is handled well. You are not overspending and can afford to make payments without running out of your money before payday. So, let's learn how to improve your financial skills by following these important rules. Number 1. Don't spend more than you make. When your bank balance is looking healthy after payday, it's easy to overspend and not be as careful. However, there are several issues at play that result in people relying on borrowing money, racking up debt, and living way beyond their means. Some reasons include following in your partner's footsteps. You'll learn a lot from your partners, including picking up on how they spend their income. If your parents are carefree spenders, then you will likely to also follow this notion. Lack of budget. The importance of a budget can be widely underestimated, and having a plan on how you should distribute your income and earnings is vital to stay in control of your spending and avoid cash flow problems down the line, but more on budgeting later. Fail to prepare, prepare to fail. Sure, living for today is a great mantra to follow, but not when it comes to making financial decisions, especially if they are costly. Preparation is key to ensuring you don't go overboard and run out of money, and ensure you are covered for what tomorrow may bring. The issue with spending more than you earn is the nasty side effect you can encounter. If you find that you are funding your lifestyle by living in debt, it can easily spiral out of control, leaving you with more repayments to make and no end in sight. Number 2. Get out of debt spiral and stay out. According to the Money Advice Service, 8.3 million people in the UK are over-indebted, made worse by the coronavirus pandemic. If you are struggling to get out of debt, there are some free services, such as Step Change, that can help you budget your money, apply for a debt relief order where applicable, and suggest changes that will get you back on track to achieving financial well-being. Here are 2 different approaches people have taken to reduce their debt. The snowball method. This involves making the minimum payment on all your debts, then paying off the smallest debt first, one at a time. This method encourages motivation as you will conquer your repayments a lot faster. The avalanche method. This again involves making the minimum payments on all your debts, but then paying off more on the debt with the highest interest rate. So, if you had $1,000 on a credit card with an interest rate of 29%, or a car loan of $15,000 to an interest rate of 3%, then you would pay the credit card off first. Once you are out of the cycle of debt, it's a lot easier to never get back into that position again. After all, experiencing the financial freedom of a life without debt is totally worth making more than just the minimum payments on all your debts. Number 3. Creating an emergency fund is a must. In 2020, the Money Advice Service revealed that 22% of US adults had less than $100 in savings, which can make them vulnerable to the effects of significant changes in their income, such as a job loss or unexpected costs. This is where an emergency fund comes into play to prevent any problems when your finances are impacted. You should have 3 to 4 times your monthly salary in savings to cover any large costs or changes to your income. Number 4, get your budget in order. Creating a spending plan for your money ensures that you will always be able to afford the essential you need and the things that are important to you. A budget will help to prevent the accumulation of debt, find areas that you can save money, and give you back control. Here are some simple steps that will help you to start or improve your budget. Take note of your income and all your outgoings. This can include your rent, utilities, food, childcare, gym membership, and travel expenses. Calculate the difference and see exactly how much you have remaining to spend. Determine how much of this you want to set aside for luxuries such as dining out, holidays, and clothes, and how much you can realistically afford to save. Make it a habit to review your budget 2 weeks to make any changes or improvements necessary. Number 5, the 7-20-10 budgeting rule. Following on from creating a budget, the 70-20-10 budgeting rule is a simple principle that you can follow to help you figure out how much of your income you can realistically spend, save, and use for debt repayments regardless of the amount you earn or levels of debt. So here's how it works. Start by dividing your take-home pay and divide it by 70%, 20%, and 10%. 70% is all for your monthly expenses, including all your bills, food, travel expenses. 20% of your income should go towards your savings unless you have pressing debts to repay. These should come first if the below 10% covers all your repayments. 10% goes towards tackling any debt repayments you may have by starting with the highest priority. Of course, this rule is open to adjustment, so if you are looking to pay off more debts or save more, then you will need to change the categories accordingly, so it rounds up to 100%. However, it's important to remember when it comes to budgeting, the key is to find a solution which works for you and helps you to achieve financial well-being. Number 6, always do your research before making a purchase. If you're looking to make a purchase of any kind, remember to browse the internet to see if you can find it cheaper elsewhere. According to research from Think with Google, 53% of shoppers say they shop around before making a purchase to ensure they are making the best possible choice, but there are still ways you can up your research game, ensuring you save the most money. One way to do so is by adding a coupon finder, such as Honey, to your browser extension to help find your discounts, coupons, promo codes, and deals when shopping online, and automatically applying them to your basket. Another way to save money, especially if you're shopping on a new website, is to sign up to their newsletter. Some companies offer 10% off your first purchase, and if you're a student or key worker for the NHS, a wide range of businesses offer 10 or 25% discount on your shopping. Number 7, separate your emotions from your finances. Do you find that you are spending money to increase your happiness when you're feeling like I need a pick-me-up? You are not alone. Of course, treating yourself to a little treat once in a while isn't such a terrible thing, but when you are spending money compulsively to fill a hole, then it can lead to some serious financial problems, worsened by the consumerist society we live in. The first step by tackling this issue is to spot the signs by becoming self-aware of your spending habits, and you are most likely to make an unnecessary purchase and how you are feeling. Number 8, maintain or work on fixing your credit score. Your credit score shows lenders how likely you are to pay back any money you borrow. Your credit score also determines which interest rates you will qualify for. The better your credit score, the more likely it is that you will be accepted for credit and at the best rates. Having a good credit score is vital if you are looking to apply for a credit card, get a new car on finance, or need a mortgage to buy a house. It does take time to build your credit score and make any improvements, so it's worth getting started early to plan for any future financial goals you may want to achieve. Number 9. Stick to a meal plan to maximize savings. One of the best ways to prevent unnecessary spending is to cut on food expenses, something which sounds like a chore, but once you have found a routine that works for you, you will be able to cut back on unnecessary spending and unnecessary food waste. A meal plan can be a handy tool that allows you to know exactly what ingredients you will need for the week to avoid pointless purchases and prevent you from ordering that pizza when you just don't have any cooking inspiration. Number 10. Control your expenditures. Don't spend more than you need. This is essentially learning to live within your means and avoiding lifestyle creep. It's a natural urge to want to spend more as your income increases, but this is an urge you must resist if you want to grow your wealth. If your income increases by $10,000, but then you decide to take an extra vacation to an exotic location, buy new furniture and a new TV, well, then you've just burned up all your increase in the income. Unfortunately, this is not so uncommon. There are bankers, lawyers, and surgeons living in the New York City that have a negative net worth, all because they couldn't resist the urge to constantly upgrade their lifestyle. Spending less than you earn and avoiding lifestyle creep will rapidly increase your wealth. Always make sure that your total expenses are lower than your income by a comfortable margin. When your income increases, only increase your spending by a small amount. Save or invest the rest. Number 11. Make the gold multiply. Invest your savings. With a regular income, it will be hard to build up your wealth. There are only so many hours you can work in a day to earn more money. Even if you could work more hours, any money you have sitting in the bank account will lose money over time to inflation, roughly 3% per year on average. The way to grow wealth is to put your money to work to make you even more money. There's a word for that: investing. You should be investing as much as saving as possible. Stocks, bonds, real estate, and precious metals are all investments that are thousands of years old, though their precise form may have changed. You buy assets and then those assets grow in value while you sleep with no additional time or effort from you. If you have money sitting in a bank account, try to look for ways where you can use it to buy an asset with better growth potential. Number 12. Guard your treasure from loss. Avoid risky investments. There are many different options out there for investing your money, but the biggest thing is to avoid the loss of your principal. Warren Buffett once shared his 2 rules for money. Losing your principal means that the hard work you put in to earn that money just went down the toilet. That's terrible. You should always pick investments that you have done through research on and that you confidently will grow in the value. Even if the potential growth is slower, at least make sure that you won't lose money. Now, of course, all investments come with some form of risk attached to them. The higher the potential reward, the more the risk of loss. Most importantly, always do your research before buying any kind of asset. Make sure that the risk justifies the potential reward and that those rewards are based on reality. If something sounds too good to be true, then it probably is. Number 13. Make of your dwelling a profitable investment. Your home is an asset. Out of all the expenditures one makes in their life, their home is usually the largest. It will be a huge advantage to you if you can somehow leverage the money you put towards your home to your advantage, to earn you more money like any other asset. The most common way to leverage your home to make money is to buy a house. Houses have grown at nearly the rate of the stock market over the past 100 years. On top of that, you can upgrade them through renovations to add value to the house. The best part, your primary home often comes with numerous tax advantages, including any appreciation in value being tax-free in some countries. Number 14. Ensure a future income. Retirement planning. No one works forever. You will be old one day, perhaps still able to work, but not at the same level as you did in your younger days. It's important to plan for such things. When you have your money invested in assets, you should be keeping as much of that money invested for as long as possible. If you start to take out that money before retirement to spend it lavishly, then you may find yourself out of money when you do actually need it in your later days, yet can't work to earn it. On top of that, time will work to your advantage with asset growth, especially with compound interest on your side. Use every advantage you can when it comes to long-term wealth building. Even seemingly tiny 1% gains add up big over decades. And finally, number 15, improve your ability to earn. Strive to become wiser and more skilled. At the end of the day, you are paid in the amount that you have to skill to earn. If you want to increase your income and make more money, then you need to become wiser and more skilled so that your contributions are worth more. You can pay for online night classes, upgrade your credentials. You can study new technical skill on your own. You can read books to learn more subtle yet powerful soft skills. You can go to networking events, anything that can increase your value to society where people are willing to pay you more. This kind of learning should be targeted. If you go to read a book about spaceships but you work in sales, then it won't really help you make any more money, unless you're a salesperson in the spaceship business. Look at the potential return on investment for every skill update. That way, you're always positioning yourself in a way that increases your income. That was today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please give us a like and subscribe to our channel to show us support. Thank you for that, and I will see you in the next video.